Right, today's video review is actually a slip-up and not exactly what I wanted to review, but hey, I realized this is one that I actually missed. So, coming out of the package, as you can see here, it's Transformers Titans Return. Legends class, not Scout class. I messed that up in the last take on this. But yep, it's Brawn, a very popular Generation 1 character. I can't even say that without smirking. Yeah, I don't think anyone likes Brawn. I've only remember seeing him in a couple episodes of the Generation 1 cartoon. They had this like mood swing episode for the guy, and I just showcased the figure, my bad. But yeah, they tried to make him a little more of a polite character, and in the end they turned him back into a grumpy old man, kind of sorta, even though he wasn't old. But yeah, you get the idea. But I do recognize him from his famous role in Transformers the animated movie, where he pretty much died with Ironhide and the other Autobots that were on board the ship. Yeah. That's the way it was, and that's the way it shall be decreed. Yes, he was kind of a loss. Anyway, you had enough time to look at the packaging. You know how it goes. Let's take a look at the back. So we got our computerized image of the action figure at hand. Kind of, sort of, not really at hand. But yep, there's his robot mode, his vehicle mode, 6 steps of transformation. Nice. And then here's a brief little summary of Brawn in 1 sentence. There you go. Not much else to say about that. So, let's take a look at the only other thing that I've got on the action figure. In contents related, his trading card. I lost the instructions. Such a small little packet. Very easy to lose. But yep, very nice artwork of Brawn holding up what seems to be a bunch of debris of planet Cybertron under attack by the Decepticons, I assume. He's pointing in the battle saying like, he's in there, quack quack. Yep, just like that. Here's the back with the specs of the character. He doesn't have a Titan Master, which is why this whole thing is basically blank here, and doesn't have any added power up. But he doesn't need it. Look at the strength power, 9. That's nice. Speed, 4. Skill, 3. And he seems to be decreasing every time. So his firepower is puny. No wonder he died so easily. So there's that. Alright, so here's the action figure. Lowering the camera so you can see said action figure. Maybe a little too much. There we go. So, yeah, we're starting off in robot mode. Are you actually surprised about that? Let's take a good look at the head sculpt. The paint job on this actually is pretty phenomenal. I love it. I mean, this is some nice work, especially with the painted over silver on the yellow plastic. It's not really an eyesore. It actually kind of works with this figure because he actually has a yellow belly anyway. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, it works. I like it's kind of like a highlight going on, a glow effect to his arm. It's kind of nice. I really dig it. So again, very nice painted blue eyes, nice painted face. I believe that his helmet is also painted as well, and I do believe it does go all the way around. Yes, it does, as you can see. Very nice. Didn't skip a beat in the actual paint placement. I like this. So, yeah, he's got a little Autobot insignia right there for his vehicle mode, which is very cool. He's got a big one right here, which is very nice. There's a little strip of blue right there. It kind of breaks up the color pattern and matches his eye color. That's nice. Okay, so he's a pretty cool little figure. So what does he do? Well, he's got articulation. He's got a swivel head, ball-jointed shoulders, ball-jointed elbows. Nothing at the waist due to transformation. Ball jointed legs, as you can see. JCVD pose, 100%. Swivel joint there at the thigh. Single jointed knees, but due to transformation, you can get them all the way up. That's nice. And he also has articulated heel spurs due to transformation. But yeah, I got to point that out. So, unfortunately, nothing at the feet, because I don't count heel spurs as a part of the feet, if you know what I mean. It's just to balance out the figure, and some figures actually lack this thereof. So, unfortunately, they can't stand like he can. Very nice. Yeah, he's not going anywhere. This is a nice touch. You can get him in lots of positions if you want, if you're displaying your figures, which you should be. This little piece right here, I guess it's supposed to be like a forearm shield, or maybe it's like small little cannons here, so you can go pew pew pew, take that Decepticon, if you want. It can apply right there on his forearm via the peg and hole, which is nicely tight, as you can see. Look at that. Now, he doesn't want to let go, does he? Very cool. Let's do a little side-by-side comparisons before we move on to the vehicle mode. So here's Bumblebee, also a very nice Scout, or should I say Legends Transformer action figure of Titans Return. Even though he's got the hideous shoulder bits that there's really nothing you can do about them except switch out the arms and the forearms, and yeah, that fixes the problem. But I mean, if you go to transform the figure, you gotta flip all that back, and it's just a waste of time. It's too much of a hassle. I'm not even gonna bother with it. So look at it. Look at it. It's hideous, ain't it? Oh God. But yep, Bumblebee's actually taller, just a little snitch of taller than actually Brawn here, but whatever. Anyway, let's go ahead and transform this guy. And you know, since it is a simplistic transforming figure, there's really no reason for me at all to have to skip this. So let's just do it. Let's do it to it. Yep. 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 Boring, isn't it? Flip up the heel spurs. Collapse them in like this. They should all peg in nicely. Come on, be nice to me. There we go. So there's that. And yeah, there's your transformation, except this right here, which sometimes I can't even remember which way this actually goes. I have to look for those pegs, which is right there. And then they apply right there, and that's what keeps the legs locked in place. As you can see, now we got a completely nice looking modern take of Brawn in his Jeep mode, which is very cool. And if you had a Titan Master, you could fit the little sucker in there and pretend he's driving Brawn. That's the gimmick. And unfortunately, that's really it when it comes to this action figure. Play features. He's got working wheels. They do roll. Very nice. Very free moving. As you can see, they're not restricted. So they work really good. He rolls as rolling things should. Yes, very nice. Take a good look at the front, on the back, the top, the bottom, which is the dead giveaway that he's a robot in disguise. And the paint job is actually pretty good on the windshield. And again, I like that very small Autobot insignia, but I kind of wish it was actually just a little bigger. Just a little bit. Still though, it's a nice add-on. It's something that could be missing sometimes to Transformer figures, so, oh well. Jet boosters on the back, I guess, I don't know. But, yep, there we go. Not much else to say about him, so let's go ahead and do a side-by-side comparisons with Bumblebee in his vehicle mode. Right, 10 minutes later, and I finally get Bumblebee transformed. This part is really a pain in my A, but anyway, yep. What was that? Never mind. He just flipped right out of my hands. He's so excited to be up close and personal with a side-by-side comparisons to his friend Bumblebee. And they look nice next to each other. Pretty good scale between these two. Very cool action figures. These are the two that I truly recommend that you pick up for the Legend class figures. The others, I could really care less. I really like these two. They are definitely reminiscent to their G1 counterparts, kind of, sort of, even though this isn't the Volkswagen Beetle. But for Brawn, this is actually a pretty nice modern take on what it could have been for G1. I like this line. I'm gonna miss Titan's Return. It was a lot of fun. We had some really cool action figures that totally made up for the slacking thereof on actual new molds that came to Combiner Wars. As it stands, Titan's Return is going to go down as one of my favorite lines, and I just wish I could have paid a little more respect to this series, but unfortunately, distribution is a real problem here in my area. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video review. I do recommend you pick up this figure, so be on the lookout. So anyway, questions or comments, do hit it down below in the comment section of the video. If you like today's video review, hit that thumbs up button. If you didn't like it, hit the thumbs down button. And if you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon to see other video reviews similar to the one that you're seeing here today, with more Transformers action figures on the way eventually. Until then, this is your unprofessional toy reviewer, Red is Power, signing off, saying thank you very much for watching this, and I will see you whenever you see me.